Everyone, welcome back to our video series on the new digital SAT verbal section. Don't forget to follow us and comment below for more content you'd like to see. All right, so for today, we have which choice most logically completes the text. So we have a conclusion question thinking about what kind of conclusion can we reasonably draw from the information presented in the text. So among social animals that care for their young, such as chickens, macaque, monkeys, and humans, newborns appear to show an innate attraction to faces and face-like stimuli. Elisabetta Versace and her colleagues used an image of 3 black dots arranged in the shape of eyes and a nose or mouth to test whether this trait also occurs in testudo tortoises, which live alone and do not engage in parental care. They found that tortoise hatchlings showed a significant preference for the image, suggesting that what? Okay, so we're talking about social animals here and that they show an attraction to faces and face-like stimuli. But then we also start looking at the tortoises instead, which are not social animals essentially. So it's a little bit different, these tortoises here. And then they found that the tortoise hatchlings still showed a preference for the image, which suggests what? So they're not social, but somehow they still have a preference for these kind of parental images. So let's take a look at our choices. We have face-like stimuli are perceived as harmless by newborns of social species that practice parental care, but as threatening by newborns of solitary species without parental care. So that's incorrect, right? That's not what the passage says. It says the opposite of that, so we can get rid of A. And B, researchers should not assume that an innate attraction to face-like stimuli is necessarily an adaptation related to social interaction or parental care. So this one seems like a possibility. This is an unexpected result that the tortoises still showed a preference for this image. So their hypothesis is kind of incorrect because they were assuming that it was because the animals were social that they had a preference for that image. So we'll leave that one there. Let's see C. Researchers can assume that the attraction to face-like stimuli that is seen in social species that practice parental care is learned rather than innate. All right, so this one's talking about learned activities. There's nothing in here though about learned activities, so while it does mention innate, and maybe it could be something that's learned instead, the passage doesn't suggest anything about that. So we can't draw that conclusion from the text alone. So then D, newly hatched testudo tortoises show a stronger preference for face-like stimuli than adult testudo tortoises do. Again, this is not relevant to the text here. It kind of goes a little bit beyond what the text is talking about. We don't know that there is an adult preference at all for these images, so we can get rid of D. So then B is definitely going to be our correct choice. All right, follow us for more.